Hi skaters! I miss working with you all so much, and I imagine you're probably missing the ice just as much as I am right now. So even though I can't be with you right now, it's still really important to me that I find a way to help you reach your goals. So I've put together a little off-ice workout. It's just a leg workout just to help you maintain some of your muscles and maybe even build some more muscle while you're off the ice. So I'm going to go through each set of exercises once, and then I'd recommend what you do is go through this video at least 2 to 3 times on your own, probably like 2 to 3 times a week. So we're just gonna start with a little bit of warm up just to keep your muscles warm before we actually do the workout. So we'll start with jogging in place. I'm gonna adjust my camera so you can see my face when I'm talking to you. Next, we're going to do some arm swoops. If you've competed or tested before with me, you've probably done a version of this warm-up, so it should be pretty familiar to most of you. All right, now we're going to reach. Again, we're just doing this to get our muscles warm right now. Now we're going to do some snap kicks. And some hop squats. Not entirely sure what you call this, just kicking your foot out to the side. And some jumping jacks. Double tap and a little mini lunge. Arms out to the side. And one more time to the swoops. All right, so since we're not working up to our performance right now, we're just getting ourselves warm enough so that we can do these exercises. We're gonna move on. So the first thing we're gonna do are squats. For this, you're gonna line up your toes so that they are in line even. You're gonna try to put your feet hip width apart. I know you can't really see them in the video, but my feet are directly below my hips. I wanna keep my knees directly over my toes. I wanna sit so that my butt isn't sticking out, but that my hips are over my ankles. And we're gonna do 15 squats. So 1, 2, 5, 10, 15. When you get good at those, you can start adding a weight. You can just hold a weight in between your arms like this. Start with maybe 2 to 3 pounds, and then you can increase it all the way up to 10 or 15. Next thing, we're gonna do our side lunges, so it's gonna work the same. You're gonna be standing up nice and straight. You're gonna step over to the side. Your foot's gonna stay in line with your other foot. You're gonna try to keep your knee directly over your toe. I know you can't see that. It's either my head or my feet at this point in the video. And then you're going to drop down, keeping your knee over your toe. You're gonna come together, reach, drop down. I'll see if I can tilt this just a little bit. All right. And we're gonna do 10 side lunges on each side, so a total of 20. That's 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. All right, next thing we're going to do are some forward lunges. So we're going to start out in that same beginning pose, and we're going to step forward. We're going to put our foot directly in front of our other foot, line up our hips so that they're square. We don't want to be twisting sideways. And we're going to come straight down over our feet. Then we're going to step back, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to do the same thing as we did last time. We're going to do 10, so a total of 20, 10 on each feet. So here we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. All right, next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna take a little break from our lunges. If you have an exercise mat, lay it down. If not, you can pause this if you need to go get it. If not, if you can do this on carpet, that'll work out just fine. All right, I'm gonna tilt this a little bit, maybe a lot bit. You can see my cat just made his way onto my mat. This is Tater. Tater, say hi. This is Tater. He's gonna leave now, hopefully. All right, so back this up a little bit. All right, what you're gonna do is get down on all fours. You're gonna put your hands directly under your shoulder, your knees directly under your hips. You're gonna try to square up your back, so you don't wanna be arcing like this. You wanna pull your belly button into your spine, keep everything nice and square. From there, you're gonna take your one leg, you're gonna stretch it up as high as you can. It should kind of emulate what you're doing in a spiral. You should feel those same muscles pulling. And then you're gonna bring it in, and then you're gonna do the same exact thing with the other. Again, try to keep your belly button to your spine. You don't want your back to do like weird twisted things like that. Just wanna keep it pretty square. And we're gonna do each leg 10 times. So we're gonna go up, down, up, down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we're going to do the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so apparently my camera did not like to be tilted at that angle, so we're just going to pick up where we left off. So starting from 6, 9, 10. All right, you can put your mat away for now. The next two exercises we are going to do are going to be exercises that are specific for figure skating. So the first thing we're going to do is work on checking out of a jump. So what we're going to do is 2 hops. Your left leg's going to be lifted up, crossed over the front. 2 hops into your checkout position. On your landing position, you want to make sure your right knee is directly over your right toe. Your right hip is pushing up underneath you. That's going to help your hip take a lot of the brunt force rather than it coming straight into your ankles or in your knees, which aren't quite as strong. And then we are going to stretch. Knees over the toes, hip over the ankle, and stretching the hip up. If you're landing your jump like this, you need to take and tilt your pelvis forward just a little bit more. The other thing that we can be working on, you guys have a lot of time over the next couple of weeks to be working on this, and it's not something you need ice for, is your hands when you land your jump. So if you're checking out in spider finger hands, you have some work to do. So what I'd like to see are the hands a little bit more relaxed, the thumb tucked underneath. So more of a ballet hand. It doesn't need to be overly delicate, but I don't want to see this and I don't want to see this. So just a little bit more relaxed. All right, so we're going to do 5 jumps, working on taking our right hip, driving it up, keeping our right knee directly over our right toe, and then relaxing through the hands. And then we're going to reverse the same thing and we're going to do it on the left side as if we were a lefty skater or a reverse rotational jumper. So we have, check out, think about the hip. 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to do the exact same thing. So now the left knee is over the left toe, the left hip is driving up, and your right arm is going to be in front. So and then our last exercise that we're going to do are essentially loop jumps, but on the ground. So if we do this on the ice, we're going to take off in this position with our free leg crossed over. On the ground, because we can't take off of an edge, we're going to keep our feet side by side. So our feet are going to be directly under our hips. We're going to bend our ankles, get the knees directly over the toe, and we're going to make sure the hips are tucked in. If you're like this taking off, you have too much bend coming from the knee. That bend should come from the ankle instead. So everything should be nice and straight, really bending from the ankle. We're going to put our left arm in front of us. Our right arm is going to go behind us with our right thumb up. This is going to open up our shoulder a little bit so that we can get a nice snap through. So we're going to bend our knees and bend. And rebend. If you're working on double jumps, feel free to take that exact same exercise and double it. If you're not working on double jumps, but you want to play with some extra rotation, you could do the same. You could also do the exact same thing, rotating the other direction. We're not going to do it today, but feel free to give it a try on your own. If you guys have any questions, have your parents shoot me an email or a text. I'm happy to help. Ideally, if you're working on these exercises, if you're doing them 2 to 3 times a week, and you're repeating this video 2 to 3 times, starting to add some weight, when you get on the ice again in 2 or 3 weeks, you should be ready to go. You should have maintained a lot of your leg strength and a lot of your muscle and a lot of your endurance. So I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Stay safe. Bye.